shut down the Coast Guard, shut down FEMA, and shut down TSA, and that would be very unfortunate.
Now, this is the really important thing here, Jessica, is that even if this funding does lapse for the Department of Homeland Security, it doesn't just impact agencies related to immigration. It will also impact other agencies like FEMA, the Coast Guard, and also TSA and other DHS operations. So there's a lot at stake here.
There certainly is. Camila, thank you for that reporting. We appreciate it. We're joined now by Republican Representative Carlos Jimenez of Florida. He serves on the House Homeland Security, Armed Services, and Select Committee on China. Congressman, good to have you here on this Super Bowl Sunday. Good to have you. I do want to start with where Camila left off there. We have this Friday deadline. These negotiations are mostly happening in the Senate, but I'm curious if you're hearing anything about the status of these negotiations from your Republican House leadership.
No, not really. I think when we left, it was pretty clear that the negotiations were going to be done by the Senate Democrats, Chuck Schumer, and the White House directly, and then we were going to hear about what the outcome was. And so we haven't heard from that, and so we don't know what the president has agreed to, what he's not agreed to. And so, you know, we come back to D.C. tomorrow, and I'm sure they're going to give us an update of what's going on.
Do you see any room for compromise? Are you open to any of those points that Democrats are asking for? Things like face masks, removing face masks, visible IDs, no enforcement in schools, hospitals, churches, among other things?
Well, look, I've said that ICE enforcement has gone a little bit too far. I think everybody's in complete agreement with shutting down the border, deporting criminals, gang members, people with active deportation orders, and that you know, it should be after that, it should be on a one-to-one basis, and it shouldn't be this roundup. And so there are things that I could agree to. When I was mayor of Miami-Dade County, we put body cameras on all Miami-Dade County police probably 8-9 years ago. I thought that was a really good way to make sure that whenever we had an incident, you get the full picture. As far as face masks are concerned, you look, a lot of times those face masks are there to protect the ICE agent themselves, because they may be undercover, and so it needs to protect their identity. Putting what agency you're from, I have no problem with that. But again, you know, it's funny that when the Democrats were in charge and somehow the Republicans, you know, said that we may shut down the government, which we never did, they would blame it on the Republicans. And now that we're in charge and then they're shutting down the government, they're still going to blame it on us. I just find that, you know, a little bit strange. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, there's always a blame game when it comes to a government shutdown. There's no doubt about that. I do want to ask you, you sit on the Homeland Security Committee in the House, the leaders of ICE, Border Patrol, and